My one pan pierogi and kielbasa skillet is just what the doctor ordered on a very busy weeknight because it is so good, and I find that it's the kind of thing the entire family will love because it's very hard to resist a potato pierogi. It's kind of like how it's very hard to resist a ravioli. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but extra bonus points. This is very wonderful and delicious. It's versatile, it's easy, it's quick, it's easy to shop for. It calls for just a few things, all of which they're very easy to find. I'm gonna make this in my shallow Dutch oven, in my brazier, because I can melt the cheese right in here. I can throw it in the oven if I want to. It's very easy, and you are going to absolutely love it. Yes, I am using store-bought pierogies. Yes, you can make your own, but if you're gonna do that, then we're not talking quick and easy. We're talking you're amazing and creative and wonderful. And if time allows, I love to make my own, but you know, we're talking quick weeknight. Kielbasa, you can use a pork kielbasa, you could use a turkey kielbasa, you could use a chicken sausage, you could use a regular sausage. You can really do whatever your heart desires. I do a pierogi skillet two ways. I do it this way, which is a little creamy. It's got some cheese in it. It's rich, it's delicious, it's perfect for early fall. And I also do a version with cabbage and kielbasa and peas without any cream and cheese. So it's a little bit different. Both are wildly delicious, and maybe in a few weeks we'll do the other version if you enjoy this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just take my kielbasa that I've just sliced into little coins, and I'm just gonna pop this in here so that it can just sear a little and develop a little bit of color. And in the meantime, I am going to very finely slice one whole onion. You can slice it, you could dice it, you can mince it, you can, I wouldn't grate it, but you can really do whatever your heart desires. I am very into these days a very thin slice, half moon, something like this. It's gonna cook down really quickly. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna add a lot of really lovely flavor to your dish, and it's easy. Kielbasa is out, onions are in. I just added the tiniest bit more of olive oil. I like to buy like a lower fat kielbasa, so it's not releasing a ton of fat, but it, you know, it's done its job. It's released some fat, it's grabbed some flavor, and most importantly, it's created a layer of flavor in the bottom of my skillet, which we will then lift with some chicken stock. I'm gonna babysit this. I'm just gonna season the onions a little bit with some salt, and I'm just gonna babysit these for a little bit until they, you know, cook down. They do really wonderful things. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some chicken stock. I have some cream cheese on standby. Yes, you heard that correctly. Grab yourself some garlic and herb seasoning, and we're pretty much in really good business here. Add in your chicken stock. I'm just gonna turn this back up. I turn it down just for a second, and you see how I'm scraping those bottom bits, and that chicken stock looks just rich and delicious. That's what I want. That's what I want. I also want a little garlic and herb seasoning situation. You guys know this is my favorite. I love this. When I find it at Costco, I will stock up, but I can't always find it, which isn't thrilling. This looks great. I'm just gonna go ahead and take, this is, believe it or not, this is cream cheese. And I know what you're thinking, okay? You could just use every cream. It's not the same, okay? This just gives you a much better texture and consistency. And it's just what I want for this. I'm just gonna take a whisk and make sure that your cream cheese is softened at room temperature so that it blends easier. But as it boils, by the way, it will melt into that and just create the most luxurious little bath for everything else to go in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this up to temperature, and then I'm gonna get my pierogies right in. You see how nice that looks, and there are no lumps of weird cream cheese running around? That's what I like. These are frozen potato pierogies, okay? You can do potatoes and cheese, potatoes and onions. You can really do whatever your sweet little heart desires, okay? This just happens to be what I love because I love a classic. Adding them in frozen. You don't have to do anything else. Trust me, it's gonna be fantastic. Take your kielbasa. I sprinkle that sort of all around. I love kielbasa, so I'm gonna keep a couple pieces out for me to snack on. just like that. And now I'm just going to put the lid on, crank the heat back up a little bit, lid on until the pierogies are tender. It's only gonna take like 10 minutes or so. And I'll show you the next step. Don't put this up too high or the bottom of your pierogies will scorch and then you'll get mad at me. I don't need that. It's actually been about 8 minutes and I've got a couple minutes left. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some cheese, and let me tell you, you can do this under the oven or you can just do what I'm doing and just add the cheese directly to the skillet and just let it melt. Let it get ooey gooey and melty welty and you will love it, okay? Put the lid on, a couple minutes. In the meantime, I feel like it's desperately calling for some green, which, by the way, you could have added peas to this, some frozen peas. You could have added some steamed broccoli to that and make it a true one-pot wonder where you don't have to do much else, but just serve that. I didn't because there's a much higher chance of my kid eating it if it does not have salad near it. Okay, children. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop up some parsley. I'm also gonna slice some scallions as well because all of it together kind of tastes like a loaded baked potato. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop up some parsley and a couple of scallions. Look at how insanely good that already looks. I like to hit it with a little parsley because it is desperately calling for something green. I also like a little scallion situation because, like I said, it kind of gives that loaded baked potato vibe. And I will, absolutely will, be eating this with a scoop of sour cream, okay? You can't tell me different. I'm trying not to like destroy this because I have to take a picture for you, for my thumbnail. I'm just gonna grab one. I do want a little bit of greenery. It's so good. And how easy is that to come together, right? Let them sit for like 5 minutes before you serve it, just because they get really, really bubbly and soft as they're boiling, and you need to kind of like let them sit for a second. Hot. But honestly, this is exactly what I want for dinner, especially today. It's a rainy day, so it's like the perfect thing. Easy, comes together in no time. You can keep all of the items on hand. If you don't want to use kielbasa, use a different kind of protein. Regardless, use it as an idea to get dinner on the table in under 30 minutes that I'm pretty sure the whole family will love. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. Still steaming. Hope you've enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.